Hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to show how you can make hardware for your fashion accessories using the generative AI in Adobe Illustrator. Here are these examples. I've made some zipper pulls and they took some work. Here are some of the things that I learned. This all goes back into a project where you're going to make a Cotopaxi inspired travel bag. But for now, let's make the hardware using generative AI. So to start with, it helps to have this contextual taskbar turned on under Window. You might be hunting for this. You see all kinds of videos. Nobody tells you it's right there. Also, there's a couple different things that you can do. So to start with, if you bring in an image like this as a source image, go File, Place, put that in your artboard, then you can trace over top of it. So on my other layer here, I'm going to go in with the pen tool, and I'm going to set it to no fill with a stroke, and then just really make a super rough tracing. And this will get you started, and you'll see results will start to get better over time. Super rough. I'm going to grab the Convert Anchor Point tool and just get it close. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. You're just trying to mimic the basic shape here. Selection tool. Flip that to a solid, and then I'm going to grab one more, the Ellipse tool, and I'm going to draw a circle where I want that pole to be. And again, I'm just making this really sloppy to show you what kind of first results you'll get. Okay, with that, select both of those shapes. I'm going to move them off to the side here. Select them both. You can go up the contextual taskbar when they're selected. Zipper pull with no teeth, and I would suggest going to the little gearbox over here. You can select your different types for fashion hardware. I would go with flat design, and you can also check on comic book, but I'm just going to go flat design for now. Style reference, select this image. It always takes a minute. And I'm going to set the shape strength to low. So in other words, it's not going to exactly follow that, but maybe I'll bump it up a little bit. And I'm going to set the detail to minimum. Effects I showed you before, and color and tone is fine. You can just set it to auto for now. But it will generate lots of different shapes. So if we generate, now it's going to take a while, and here are my results. You can see I have 3 results that I can filter through, and they're okay. Maybe we like this one, and we're going to move it off to the side, and then we'll delete the source imagery that we had. This one's pretty good, but it again has lots of different shapes, and if you zoom in closely, things like this little bit here and these little shadows don't really make a whole lot of sense. Let me show you my first generation here, and you can see that it looks a lot like an image trace. So it actually just took the image and tried to do its best. However, one thing I did find is with this one selected, we can use that as our source imagery. So let's delete the original and leave this one, and we're going to retrain it here. This time, go up to Object, Generate Vectors, or you can choose it right here, and you get a context menu that looks almost the same, but this time select Icon. And then for the style reference, let's choose this object. And now it's going to simplify it, hopefully, a little bit more. I'm also going to drop my detail a bit. It allows you to do that. Then you have to make sure to reselect icon and generate. Now it's tempting to move this out of the way, but for now, go and scroll through your 3 options, and they will be simplified for sure. I think I'll go with the third one because although it has a zipper that I don't need, this is fine. The minute you move this, then you've kind of committed to that. And so if we go in here, you can see inside, these are all the ones that I've generated so far. And inside of that, there's always this background that you can trash. And then you can also go within the group and select some of this other stuff. I just do it with the direct selection tool to start with and get rid of everything I don't need. You can see there's lots of extra geometry. It's a little bit annoying, but that's a lot better. So there's going to be things in there that you simply don't need. The last thing, select everything with a selection tool when you have things like a zipper, We want to use the shape builder tool, hold down Alt and Option, and then click on these little holes to get rid of them. And then any extra geometry that's left over, make sure to delete. The nice thing about this is with this collection, it starts to get more simplified over time. And although you might be missing a whole section here, you can redraw it afterwards. Some of these examples here have gotten more simple over time using this method, and it's a lot more accurate than using just the shape that you've initially started with. And by referencing the vector art itself, it will start to simplify down and you'll have less geometry to deal with. Good luck with your designs.